Islanders, we all know that part of the fun of cruising is the ports that we get to visit. And over the last several months, we've seen protocols change on who can visit ports of call. Another change is here, of course, from Carnival Cruise Line, but it's a beneficial change for families right in time for the spring and summer travel season. We're going to take a look at a letter that we received from Carnival that has the new protocols. We're also going to take a look at the CDC's cruise ship dashboard. How are we doing? How many cruise ships have active COVID cases on board, and how many cruise ships are green? We're going to find out today on the show. Let's take a look at it now, right now on Island Time. A big happy Sunday to all you Islanders. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to Island Time. I am your host, Derek, and we're going to spend some time in the islands today, right now, but I'm excited as tonight we're going to spend some more time in the islands. Join us live, Island Time Live, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You and I get to interact. We get to talk about our upcoming cruises, questions we have. We're going to share tips and tricks. We're going to play games. It's going to be fun. Plan to join us. The easiest way to do that is for you to subscribe, ring that bell to receive notifications when we upload content, and that includes when we go live. It'll send you a notification and you can join and be a part of the show. We can't wait. One other piece of housekeeping business today, I want to remind everyone that our spread shop with our official Island Time swag has 20% off right now. Take a look at some of these shirts, hats, cups, all sorts of things right here that you can see for men, for women, for kiddos, 20% off. All you have to do is click the button at the top of the page. One thing I love about Spread Shop is you order what you want, you get it in the mail, and it sends you an email, all the tracking info, but when you receive it, you try it on. If you like it, you keep it, you represent it, and if not, you send it back within 30 days. They will give you a refund or you can exchange it. It's a win-win situation. Let's get to cruise news because Carnival again changes protocols for local ports. It's a reminder that this relationship between cruise lines and local ports continues to strengthen and that they're negotiating on our behalf to let individuals and families visit ports. For families traveling in the spring and summer, pay attention to this letter. We received it from Carnival and I'm going to show it right here for you and read it together. It has an impact on cruising. Guest advisory, important shore excursion update and testing reminder for unvaccinated guests sailing through the end of 2022. Here we go. Dear guest, our records show that you have an approved vaccine exemption and we want to provide you with an update regarding shore excursion restrictions for unvaccinated guests. Let me remind you for Carnival, Royal Caribbean as well. You need an exemption for unvaccinated kids from the ages of 5 to 12. Kids under 5 do not have to apply for an exemption. I want to point that out to you because it has changed recently. Unvaccinated guests are no longer restricted to bubble tours as had been required, and may now purchase any of our Carnival shore excursion offerings. If you had purchased a bubble tour, it will be converted to the equivalent of a non-bubble tour. We invite you to visit carnival.com to review our tour options in the event you wish to make an alternative selection. Okay, here's the nuts and bolts. Here we go. Unvaccinated guests ages 12 and older. Pay attention to that. 12 and older cannot go ashore in the ports of call on their own, and guests may only debark if booked on a Carnival tour. So 12 and above, you still have to book a Carnival tour. And trust me, they are particular about that. We just cruised last week. Before this change, we had a child at the age of 5, and we had to have a Carnival excursion booked, and they make sure before you get off the boat that you have it booked. There is no sneaking off. That's my point. Okay, listen to this. Here's a change. Unvaccinated children ages 11 and under are not required to purchase a Carnival shore excursion and may go ashore with their vaccinated parent/guardians to enjoy independent sightseeing. Please read specific requirements for certain destinations here. If you cruise If your cruise visits a private port of call that Carnival owns, unvaccinated guests may go ashore on their own or purchase a Carnival tour. That's Half Moon Cay and Princess Cay. So that is the change. And here's what Carnival reminds us of at the end. We are also reminding you that as part of the health screening process, unvaccinated guests ages 2 and older must take an antigen test at embarkation. On cruises longer than 4 days, they must test again 24 hours before debarkation. Irrespective of voyage length, a $150 per person charge will be assessed to the guest onboard account to cover testing and reporting. For complete information on vaccines, testing, and requirements for unvaccinated guests, you can click that link, and of course it goes to the Carnival website. Guests who arrive at the embarkation terminal without the required documentation may be subject to testing fees or not able to cruise, and no refund will be issued. So how about that letter from Carnival Cruise Line as they once again change the protocols in a good way for families? If you're cruising with a child below the age of 11, you can get off the ship, do what you want to do. In Cozumel, go to Mr. Sancho's. They have a kids area. Last week, you couldn't do that. When we cruised, you couldn't do that. If you have unvaccinated child 12 and above, though, you still will have to book a Carnival excursion. It's one more step to normalcy. What's next? That's always the question, right? What is next to change? What are your thoughts? I gave my thoughts April the 1st in our video for our April cruise preview show. What do you think the next thing will be? Let us know in the comments section of this video. Try to predict. Try to tell what's going to happen in the future. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and while you're there, be sure to click a thumbs up for us if you are enjoying our content today. The second thing I wanted to share today was the CDC's cruise ship status dashboard. This is updated often and it's fun to keep up with. On an upcoming cruise that you may have, you can look at your particular ship, or maybe your friends are going on a cruise. You can see what color status that cruise ship is. Look at the screen here. I'm going to share this with you today. We're going to select Carnival Corporation, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings, Royal Caribbean. Let's do those three right there. And remember, those are parent company names. So then we have to go to Cruise Line and select Carnival. We'll select Celebrity, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. There we go. That's the filtered criteria we have. It's an interactive dashboard, which is pretty cool. Carnival, Celebrity, Norwegian, and Royal Caribbean. Of those cruise lines, we have 22 ships that are considered green, 25 ships considered yellow, 21 ships considered orange. If we need a refresher on what that means, scroll down. Green status, no reported cases of COVID-19 or COVID-19-like symptoms. Yellow, you do have reported cases, and you can see the thresholds for that on the CDC's website. I'll put the website in the description of this video. And then orange, you have reported cases as well, and it meets another threshold for the CDC investigation. So let's take a look here and see what we've got. You can click on even these bars here. So this green bar of 22 cruise ships, and you can see literally if they're passenger carrying cruise ships, they're all going to be in green status because that's what we selected. And you can see from Carnival, we have the Dream, which is actually our next cruise, June the 4th on the Dream. The Dream is green. Okay, it just came out of dry dock a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't had very many cruises since it came back, but it is green. The Elation, the Glory out of New Orleans, the Legend, the Miracle, the Radiance, the Spirit, the Sunshine, all green. Norwegian is in there as well. I had someone point out yesterday, they said, Derek, you only mention Norwegian when you have bad news. That's not the case. Here's good news. Norwegian Dawn, Getaway, Jewel, the Sun is still crew only, Eclipse, Infinity, Solstice. They're all green though. They are green. Celebrity, of course, has got the Summit, and then Royal Caribbean has got a lot of ships. They do the Adventure, the Ovation, Radiance, Rhapsody, Serenade, and Vision. Some of those still crew only, some of them passenger carrying, but they are green. So there are cruise ships that don't have COVID cases or symptoms, okay? I point this out because in months previous to this, every cruise ship on here used to be in yellow status, used to be in orange status, that the CDC had opened an investigation because a certain threshold was met. But now there's more green, and we all like green, right? It's neat to see. Let's click on really quick yellow and see Again, same cruise lines, and you can see that the Breeze actually is a dry dock right now. The Carnival Breeze is dry dock crew only. But you can see that there are the same cruise lines that have some ships in yellow status. They're still operating, but they've met a threshold, and it's a low threshold, by the way, of cases. And so Norwegian's on there, and so is Celebrity and Royal Caribbean. Now, same thing with Orange. It's exact same thing. A different threshold has been met. Again, if you want more information about it, go to the website in the description of this video below. But I wanted to share with you the good news that we do have green cruise ships without COVID symptoms. And that, of course, has prompted the CDC to change some of the ideas and policies in place. We've seen the CDC have favorable news for cruise ships this week, and we're happy about that. We have much more tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. We hope that you'll join us. It's going to be an interactive show. You chat, we'll talk, ask questions, interact, laugh, and we will enjoy more time in the islands together. I cannot wait for it. I hope you have a great Sunday. You get some things done around the house. You unplug, spend some time with your family, and then tonight we'll spend some time together and we'll start a brand new week together. We'll talk to you tonight right here on Island Time.